sorry, the event is just about to wrap up, but you can still hear the music. People are still hanging out. It was a lot of fun for the people that attended the event today. Many of them told us this celebration here in Salinas felt like a piece of home.
Para nosotros es un orgullo llevar a México en nuestro corazón y a donde quiera que vayamos lo tenemos que representar, no los tenemos que olvidar.
On Sunday, thousands flocked East Alisal Street for a Mexican Independence Day celebration in the city of Salinas. The festival is hosted by Tradición por Siempre, and this year many came out to enjoy the free and family-friendly event.
This is a great event where people can come throughout the community, throughout Monterey County, and really enjoy the festivities.
From the music to the traditional clothes, the cultural dances, and all the food gave the Central Coast a taste of Mexico. And for many, these are the traditions they hope to pass down to their kids.
Oh, it means a lot. It's important for her to know her roots, where she comes from. Just the culture and the traditions is really important for us.
It makes it warm. It feels like you're home.
The celebration continued as more than 15 bands played live music on 2 stages throughout the day.
When you have celebrations like these, everybody, even if we don't know each other, we end up being friends at the end of the day.
With so much to do and see and taste, everyone says they had fun.
My favorite part from all of this is the person singing and dancing.
I like the popcorn and the drinks here. Being with my family. It's my favorite part.
Lots of fun for everybody that attended here at this celebration. The event organizers say they will bring this event back. Live in Salinas, Leslie Duarte, KSBW Action News 8.
Leslie, thank you. Our Project Community Hispanic Heritage coverage aims to honor and explore the history, culture, and contributions of the Hispanic community. We have much more on our website and app at ksbw.com. To Sacramento now, where dozens of bills are now headed to Governor Newsom's desk, from cracking down on fentanyl dealers to getting more housing built. Here's a closer look at some of the bills we're tracking.
Cracking down on crime. 3 bills focusing on public safety. One classifies child sex trafficking as a serious felony to increase prison time for repeat offenders. Another enhances prison time and penalties for high-level illegal fentanyl dealers carrying at least a kilo of the drug. And finally, a bill to restrict who can have a concealed weapons permit in California. Another is raising wages and worker protections. A law would raise minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 an hour by April of 2024. And amid the Hollywood writers and actors strike, a law would allow workers on strike for at least 2 weeks to have access to unemployment benefits. Meanwhile, there's a push to get more housing built and more protections for renters. One bill would fast-track the construction of affordable housing. The other would prohibit landlords from requiring a security deposit greater than 1 month's rent. Also, bills boosting LGBTQ protections include a bill which would establish required training for public school staff and teachers on supporting LGBTQ students. And another bill prevents California public school systems from banning books on gender and race. And finally, legalizing magic mushrooms. The bill would legalize the personal use of some natural psychedelic drugs, including magic mushrooms.
Now, keep in mind they aren't laws yet, but these bills are on their way to the governor, who has until October 14th to sign or veto the measures. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom announced that he intends to sign 2 climate-related bills into law. Right now, Senate Bill 253 and Senate Bill 261 are on the governor's desk. They require large companies in California to publicly disclose greenhouse gas emissions and their climate risk. The governor says he will sign these bills during a discussion at Climate Week in New York. He also spoke about the impact of insurance companies deciding to not write new policies.
We have got to address that issue. We're trying to do it in real time. We fell short last week. We were this close to a bill landing on my desk. We fell short, as I said, literally the day after. And it's nice to have a speaker of our assembly who said the same thing. This is a red flag, not a yellow flag. And we are not going to be waiting till January, the next legislative session, to address it. And so in real time, we'll be moving with some creative ideas. Watch this space.
This comes after 2 companies announced they are not writing new insurance policies in California at the moment. A sheriff's deputy is dead after being ambushed Saturday night in Los Angeles County, and now his department is looking for answers. Investigators say he was shot while sitting in his car in Palmdale last night near the sheriff's station. He was rushed to the hospital but died from his injuries. Now the search is underway for the killer. So far, there's no suspect description, but the department is asking the public to come forward if they have video of the shooting. They believe the deputy was targeted because he was in his uniform.
But he was just driving down the street. And for no apparent reason, and we're still looking into the specific reasons, somebody decided to shoot and murder him, I'm assuming at this point, because he was in uniform. That to me is sickening. That's not who this community is.
The deputy served with the department for 8 years. We're continuing to track the impact from post-tropical cyclone Lee. Officials say 1 man died following the storm making landfall. They say the 51-year-old man was killed when a falling tree hit his vehicle on the coast of Maine. He was taken to the hospital where he later died from his injuries. The investigation is ongoing. As Lee moves over Canada, cleanup begins on the East Coast. Crews are out in Maine trying to get lights on for over 100,000 customers, but winds have stalled their efforts.
During the storm yesterday, we were not able to put bucket trucks up because wind speeds were greater than 35 miles per hour. Though these guys were still able to work, our tree crews helping local EMAs clear roads and respond to other emergencies that involve trees.
They hope to get the power back on in the area by tonight. Well, for the 3rd day, nearly 13,000 auto workers are on strike, shutting down production at plants in 3 states. The union says they will expand to more plants if their demands are not met. Action News 8 reporter Alex Prescia explains.
The United Auto Workers back at the negotiating table this weekend. The union said there were reasonably productive conversations with Ford on Saturday. Stellantis says it upped its offer to a nearly 21% increase for hourly wages, in line with earlier 20% offers from GM and Ford. But UAW President Shawn Fain tells CBS that offer from Stellantis is a no-go and said it would be a no-go for the other automakers as well.
We've asked for 40% pay increases, and the reason we asked for 40% pay increases is because in the last 4 years alone, the CEO pay went up 40%. They're already millionaires.
Among the union's demands, a return to pension plans, better retiree health care, cost of living adjustments, and a 40% pay increase.
From the workers' point of view, it's a matter of catching up and of protecting their jobs in the future. For the car companies, it's a matter of remaining competitive with non-UAW companies.
Nearly 13,000 union members walked off the job on Friday.
We have to do what we have to do to provide for our families, our future.
The big 3 automakers say their offers have been generous and that the union should be reasonable. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries traveled to Detroit Sunday to support the workers.
If you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to provide a comfortable living for yourself, for your family, educate your children, purchase a home, and one day retire with grace and dignity.
The targeted strike already triggering temporary layoffs for 2,000 GM employees, Ford laying off 600. The UAW president outraged by the cuts, saying in a statement, they don't have to lay off a single employee. In fact, they could double every auto worker's pay, not raise car prices, and still rake in billions of dollars. Alex Prescia, ABC News, Toledo, Ohio.
Still to come on Action News 8, an open house for first responders who focus on water rescues. And taking a live look outside to the coast this evening from Skycam 8 Fremont Peak. Looks beautiful out there. We'll be back with more news and your full forecast after the break.
coverage you can count on. With Ariana Hasso and meteorologist Holt Hanley, this is KSBW Action News 8.
Drew Barrymore says she is pausing the return of her talk show until the Writers Guild strike is over. Barrymore made the announcement this morning, apologizing to anyone she may have hurt. Barrymore received backlash after she announced last weekend that her show would resume production without union writers contributing. Today, an open house was held for first responders who focus on water rescues. The event marks the end of the busy boating season. Action News 8 reporter Christian Balderas has the story.
Until we know the exact circumstance, we launch everything we have.
There are a lot of people involved in an ocean search and rescue mission in the Monterey Bay.
So a helicopter from San Francisco, a boat from here, Monterey Fire, Cal State Parks. There might be 20 responders because time is critical with water temperature.
Those maritime first responders are part of what's called the Monterey Bay Search and Rescue Council, a team of federal, state, and local government agencies. It's a big collaboration, and they invited families, and of course their little ones, to take a peek behind the curtain with their second annual open house at the Monterey Coast Guard Pier.
We love having the public out here taking a look, getting to see what we do kind of up close and personal.
People got to check out a Navy helicopter, CAL FIRE's drone, and search and rescue boats from various agencies, to name a few. But in addition to being an opportunity for public engagement, this event marks the end of summer and what's typically a busy boating season. Now, the Coast Guard says it's getting ready for winter, which has less boaters but involves more treacherous weather conditions.
We're qualified to operate our motor lifeboats in up to 20-foot seas, 50-knot winds. So our boat operators have to be proficient in operating in those conditions. So as these storms start approaching, we're going to ramp up our training.
In Monterey, Christian Balderas, KSBW Action News 8.
Now let's check in with meteorologist Holt Hanley on some weather. And I know it's not fall just yet, but it sure feels like it.
I know. I feel like we almost had that switch during this last week where we've started out with seeing some clear skies. Should have some clear skies again tomorrow. Seasonably mild conditions though. I'll have your full forecast after the break.
Now, your KSBW weather forecast with meteorologist Holt Hanley.
Good evening. Hopefully you're able to make it outside today because we're right in that time of the year where it's just perfect conditions, in my opinion. We don't have any triple digits inland, but then we also have mostly sunny skies along the coast. You can see that for our Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk camera right now. It looks pretty ideal out there. And then the high temperatures this afternoon, we did end up seeing some low 70s for the coast because we transitioned out of the fog and morning clouds so early. Inland areas, though, were still below average for this time of the year because of the low that's sitting off of the coast. Now, speaking of lows, these will be your forecast lows for tonight. You notice it's staying pretty warm overnight, especially close to the water, 58 for Monterey. I believe the low in Marina last night was 59 degrees. Main reason for that is just because of how warm the water is off of the coast right now. We do still have the cold current that comes down from Alaska, but we've had much less upwelling this year, partially because it hasn't been that windy out there, but also because it's an El Nino year, so you usually have less upwelling. What that does is brings up cold water from down below. And the reason El Nino is important for this is because during an El Nino year, you have a lot of warm surface water from the western Pacific push back to the eastern Pacific. So warm water leads to warmer overnight lows, but it also leads to some pretty nice surf conditions out there just because the water is not so cold. So that's been driving our overnight lows. What's been driving our weather the last couple of days is this low that's spinning off of the coast. Looks like it's just going to continue to spin for the next maybe 1 to 2 days, and then we start to see more shifts towards the middle of the week. So tomorrow's sky conditions look very similar to today, where we do have cloudy conditions in the morning, and you can see how far inland the clouds are able to push because the marine layer is so stretched out. And then in the afternoon, looks like we transition to mostly sunny skies once again, and then thunderstorm chances continue up for Tahoe. Now for the forecast highs tomorrow, very similar to where we have been the last couple of days. Below average for our inland cities, coastal cities, right where you would expect. Again, partially because of how warm the water is. And then, again, the lows just sitting off of the coast for a couple days. And then towards the middle of the week, we're going to see this low shift into California. And that's going to drop us back well below average for our temperatures. So just think very constant over the next few days. Then we drop down as we get into around Thursday. And then we start to see things warm back up again just in time for next weekend. So tomorrow, just some low 70s to low 80s inland. We'll have a little breeze picking up in the afternoon, 10 to 20 miles per hour for the Salinas Valley, and then we've had the same onshore flow because of that low off of the coast along our coastlines the last couple of days, expecting that once again. 80 for King City, so not too warm out there, which is why it's starting to feel a bit more like fall. 70 for Pacific Grove, though, that's pretty ideal in my opinion. And then 8-day forecast here shows the cool down that's expected towards the middle of the week.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely some consistent weather here, it looks like, and not too cold. Today was beautiful, though.
Oh, beautiful. I love the shift into fall.
Exactly, me too. Okay, thank you so much, Holt.